What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Son and Pop's Culture. I'm Son,
And I'm Pops.
and this is episode 68.
68. Get it straight. 6'8". That's all I got.
That's good enough.
What we do here at Sun and Pops Culture is give you our take on movies, music, video games, comic books, literature, sports, and a little slice of life. East meets West, young meets old, X meets Z, Son meets Pops. Where can the people find us at, bud?
You can check us out on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at Son and Pop's Culture. There we have highlights and other stuff for you. Feel free to DM us, reach out to us if you ever just want to chat and whatnot. We are there to answer you.
And before we start, today is a very special episode. We have a returning guest. It's almost like I think around the same time last year, huh?
Yeah, it's been over a year
Yeah.
at least. Yeah.
So let's see. Bobby Jenkins, aka Cheddar Bug, aka Uncle Chet, my brother, your uncle, Chet Henderson. Say what's up to the people, bro.
What's up, everybody? Don't forget about Johnny Tyler either.
Yeah.
Johnny Tyler sometimes. Johnny Tyler.
yeah. The man wears many hats, folks. Many hats. It's good to have you back, bro. Good to have you back.
It's good to be back. I got kids popping in left and right.
Oh, I know, I know you do.
Celebrities.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I know,
Celebrities.
Yeah.
I know you
You know
do.
when you make the cut on Son and Pop's culture.
Yeah, it's big time then, big
It
time.
is.
Yeah,
First ever reappearing guest too.
Man,
man.
man. I'm gonna try to bring the energy.
Please do. Haters are gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. Hey, so I guess we'll start where we always start with this week's drink. This week's drink started as a 21-year-old's quest to find his favorite drink, but has since evolved or devolved into us drinking whatever we want. Um, Sometimes the planets line up and we're drinking the same thing. Sometimes we're not. But either way, we gonna drink. So,
You gonna drink?
Brad, you can go first. What do you got for the people tonight?
Something real. I'm slow sipping on something that some of you may have heard about. It is a fresh little Snapple apple. I don't know
Oh
if you ever
yeah.
get on them Snapple apples, but
Okay.
they're second on my top three apple juices.
Is that green? Was that green?
No, the bottle's green, but it's
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like a
You said
reddish apple
second
juice.
on the
Second, yeah,
list.
Snapple apple second on my list.
Okay.
What's
What's
number one?
Yeah.
Nantucket nectar. That was like I found
Mm.
that randomly in the sheets one day, and it just hit a whole different note for my apple juice. And then Mott's is always a strong three.
Yeah,
Mott's is
monster.
a
Yeah,
strong three.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Monster's consistent. Now,
Yeah.
I have a question for you. Now, your apple juice, did that start when you became a father, or have you always been an apple juice aficionado?
I've always liked apple juice. I haven't always
Oh,
had it in the house.
okay.
It probably
Okay.
gets in the house more, but like the Snapple apple six packs,
Yeah.
them are daddies.
Yeah. You're that guy. You're
Them are
that guy.
daddies. Don't don't drink this. Not like Jessa asked for a Snapple apple. She was drinking it for 3 days because it was
Yeah, yeah.
like you better enjoy
Yeah,
that
she
one.
had
Yeah.
both hands on it with the sip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kept
Oh man.
having. I was like, "Is that the same Snapple apple?" She was like, "Yeah." I said, "Are you
Yeah.
sure you ain't going
Wow.
downstairs and grab another one?"
Are you
She's
sure?
like, "No, it's the same one."
Wow. Like, is it
Wow.
secret? Is it safe? Jeez. Okay. Okay. What do you got, bud?
I, you know, brewed up a little hot chocolate for myself. The,
Nice.
it's getting cold out there. Thought I'd myself up. It's hot cocoa.
So again, I apologize for the call. People won't go away. It's funny you said that because I was literally going to make like a Kahlua hot chocolate, and then
Oh,
I just didn't feel like warming up the water, so I didn't.
wow.
Yeah. So
You use water?
well,
You don't use milk?
if I was going to, well, no, because this is a whole reason, but you should use cream. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you should use cocoa powder, you know. But I was about to do the instant joint, and I was like, nah, I'll just make a white Russian instead. So tonight I have white Russians
Nice.
in my Sun and Pops Culture rocks glass, brought to us by Simony Cricket. You know, if you're interested in some merch, people, let us know. We know people that know people. So
That is
I need
true.
I need to drink this. So hey, cheers.
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 Episode 68.
Next week's episode better be a banger.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We'll boldly go where we've never gone before. This is when we'll get monetized after that one. They'll be like, those fools are crazy. Speaking of getting monetized, so apparently the buffalo chicken dip debate, it's a real fucking thing.
Yeah, it's a heated topic.
Yeah. I don't even know where to start. We ended up with over 1,000 views on our TikTok, which I was just like, wow. And that little clip was a nice clip, but it didn't even get to the meat of the topic, you know.
Yeah.
And I love how black people are commenting like, I eat buffalo chicken dip, and I'm like, that's not what we said.
That's exactly what I felt.
I'm like, you can eat buffalo chicken dip. The question is, are you white person adjacent? Like, do we know any black people that are eating buffalo chicken dip with no white people in the arena? That's what I'm asking. Because if you're eating it and there's white people around, it's white people food. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I've been getting text messages like straight up. They're like straight up, man, it's white people food.
Me too. Me too.
Like,
but remember though, Matt, we was because CG said something about at work they had potluck and this was like raving about the buffalo chicken dip there. And then I started thinking, and I said, I was like, now that I think about it, like, are dips in general part of the culture? Like dips.
Yeah, dips.
I mean, like beyond salsa, but just a dip in general. And I can't think of a dip.
Look, I remember you took me to that one. I showed up at the one cookout your boy was having. I got there, you were doing a cake stand.
Yes.
And, and,
years ago. And
you're misfit youth.
Wow.
And I remember they had all the stuff lined up, and your mom was there, and she was like, yeah, there's all kind of dips and stuff over there, but you know, they be like in it. And I was like, okay, Mimi. I was like, thanks for the heads up. And I didn't touch nothing. I was like, nah. So I think in the culture, dips are more intimate. I think dips are like something you do with your family. Like, it's like you'll sit there with your family and you'll share dip.
But what dips? What dips are the culture? Because I can't think of any.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like finger foods are different, but dips,
but
I can't think of a dip.
Well, but was that you that said that people will bring dip as an actual entree, or was that your mom?
I said white people.
Yeah, we'll bring dip
as an entree, and that's. I'm not trying to point fingers, but you know, you go to a black family function and they're bringing meals, like you're eating hearty.
Yeah.
But on the other end, it's a lot of, like you said, dips and a lot of appetizer type stuff.
Yeah, it's the truth. I've been like at things where we weren't even planning on eating, and then we've gotten hungry, and the answer was some chips and dip. And I was like, I need like pizza. I need like food. I need food. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess apparently dips. I mean, hey, people, if you're listening, let us know. But as of right now, dips are not part of the culture. They're not. So prove me wrong.
Open for discussion.
Open for discussion. I mean, my man Chutch from way back, he said white people, and I'll say he's the authority because he is a white male in America. And he said white people are the king of making a dip out of something that's already a food, like making a food that's already a food. And I was like, that's so true. I was like, that's true. Like, I've had Reuben dip, I've had buffalo chicken dip. You know, there's the world famous artichoke dip. Like, stuff just be getting thrown into dips. I had a tuna dip once. It was actually good though. It was good, believe it or not. Yeah, I see your face. You're wondering. It was good. Yeah.
So I think I've had Reuben dip though, and it was all right.
Yeah, it was good. My boy Anthony makes it.
Yeah.
You know, and then but it's scary because you look and you're like, that's sauerkraut. Like, you're like, what am I gonna do with this? Then you eat it. You're like, oh, this is bomb.
But anything with like cream cheese in it usually is all right.
True.
Yeah, most times. But
again, they are generally white adjacent. So I mean, I'm just being honest. So yeah, which I'm not gonna get into the whole specialty pizza rant, but I feel like that's a topic as well, but we'll get on that another day.
We did want to bring that up.
Oh, we did want to bring it up?
I guess we wanted to hear your thoughts on Uncle Chet.
Yeah. What, specialty pizzas?
Yeah, what do you think? What is the origin of the specialty pizza? Like,
because you know the origin of pizza.
Yeah.
But where did buffalo chicken
Yeah, like
pizza?
yeah,
I don't know. And see, like I'm so like, what is a specialty pizza though? Is like a pizza, like a supreme pizza? Is that a specialty pizza? Or we're talking like barbecue chicken pizzas,
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
I
taco
saying.
think
pizza.
Taco
anything other
pizza.
than that
Yeah,
Yeah.
marinara
seafood
sauce.
pizza. You know.
But the
Yeah,
thing is though, and I don't know where, but like, well, because again, it's like a sandwich. You can put anything on it. So pizza.
Nah, no,
no,
because you.
Man,
Hey,
have you ever had barbecue chicken pizza?
no, yeah, and I'll spit it out, buddy.
fire. It's
Tell them.
fire.
No, buddy,
He
tell
has
them.
never liked it,
I will not. When
but
I open,
I love it.
I like buffalo or barbecue chicken pizza,
Yeah,
look,
depending on where it's
it's
from.
good.
look, Tracy
Yeah,
brings
but
home,
he, no matter
look,
where it's
but
from, he is in
no,
denial.
no, I don't touch
Have you
it.
ever had seafood pizza?
Yes, I have.
Mm.
Yes, I have.
Seafood
I
pizza
had,
solid, depending.
I had it from Pizza. Me and my man Pun used to get it like every Friday night, and I did like it. Yeah. But I just feel like it's not real pizza though. Like, especially pizza is not pizza. Pizza to me is red sauce, cheese, pepperoni, sausage, mushroom, onions, peppers. That's about it. I think after that,
Nah, I mean,
anchovies.
I think I could. That depends though, because like what makes a pizza? It's a pizza, a dough, and
Mm,
sauce and cheese.
Nah, I just feel like we ordered. What did we order one time? Oh, Tracy ordered something, and literally, it was an Italian oven. This was back in the day, and she ordered something, and the girl thought she wanted it as a pizza, and they brought it out as a pizza, but it was like something absurd. Like, why would you ever think I was a fucking pizza?
So
And then somebody,
you wouldn't do a pizza burger?
hmm?
Have you ever
Yeah,
had a pizza
I
burger?
had a pizza burger in elementary school. They used to do pizza
Burger's
burgers.
fire. Pizza
Yeah.
burger's fire.
Look,
Oso's got pizza burger.
do they really?
Mm-hmm.
Oso's got a secret menu though. Oso's got
I get
a.
after Oso's pizza burger.
I hear you. You
I
would.
do. I
No,
get
no,
after.
I mean, I'm saying no one even knows it's on the menu. How do you even know that exists?
It's on the menu. My camera keeps blacking out. It's on the menu. That and the
Man.
tugboat, man.
What is the tugboat? A ham and cheese?
It's when they're hoagies.
Is it a ham and cheese?
Yeah, with peppers and cheese, man.
Tugboat.
Tugboat.
Tugboat. That's
I
like
never heard. I
that's
never heard
giving a
of that.
fancy name. That's a fancy name to a
I
basic
think it's called a
sandwich.
tugboat. I'm
I
almost
know it
positive it's
sounds
called a
right. It
tugboat.
sounds right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shout
How
out to
much?
Oso's.
Yeah, how much of that stuff you think actually gets ordered at Oso's? Really, like outside of their pizza?
I think their sandwiches. They sell a lot of sandwiches. I see a lot of them roll out of
Yeah.
there.
So those of you who don't know, Oso's is a local pizzeria that's been around for what, 3 generations now, something like that.
A minute, yeah.
And they're like the OG, and it's
Square
definitely
pizza.
yeah. And that's like, I feel like if you were like trying to date someone from out of town and you took her to Oso's and she didn't like it, you can't even fuck with her. That's how I feel. I'm serious. I'm serious. Like, I know people who don't live here, and when they come back, their first stop is Oso's. Like, for real. So if you don't fuck with Oso's, I don't know what to tell you. I don't. Sucks to be you.
I mean, especially right now, because for a while there, because it all depends on who stretches the dough. If the dough ain't right, it just ain't hitting. It just ain't hitting if the dough ain't right.
Well, the last few times I've gone, they were doing the unthinkable. They were pre-cooking their pizzas and warming them up. I seen them. I seen them doing it. And I was like, I seen it. I said, is this what I think?
You're putting them on blast right now.
They were doing it. They were doing it. I mean, we want me to say, but the last time I went, I got a freshie. It was fresh out the oven. So I was like, okay, we're back. But dang, anyways, okay, bro. This week that was what was that? What we call that?
Food
buddy?
review.
A little food review. Tell the people about yourself. We kind of forgot that part. Tell them who you are. Yeah.
Who, me?
Tell them who you are, what you bring to the table. Yeah.
I'm a father of 5 in the field of education. So we're just running busy. Children are always busy. They're in the basketball and softball. So that's what they do. A little volleyball action out for my oldest. So
yeah.
we're just running and gunning.
Yeah, you're about to have an official teenager in the house, huh?
Soon, very soon.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, so fun times.
Stressful
She's actually she's right now. She's on the sidelines listening in.
Is she? Okay. Shout out to the Queen Bee.
Yeah,
okay.
she's on the sidelines listening in.
Okay.
Watching Caitlin Clark get after it on TV right now.
Who?
Caitlin Clark, the little point guard from Iowa, man.
Oh, buddy, bro, you know I don't know.
I'm saying, you better know. She be putting them up.
Okay. All right. I come through for the chaos.
That's your sports take. That's your sports take for that.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, because what fan Julius, your fantasy's over.
I actually did have some sports
Really?
talk. Yeah, just a little. I figured
Oh,
Uncle Chet, is a fan.
Little
all right.
something,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead. I can fall
I
back for a
mean,
minute. Hey, what's up?
yeah, you faked the funk, Dad.
Mm,
Um,
I admit
I'm
it.
I'm sure you heard the three big like changes for coaching.
Mm-hmm.
I
Um,
didn't. What happened?
Pete Carroll stepping down of the
Pete Carroll's
Seahawks.
Pete Carroll
Carroll,
stepped
Yep.
yeah.
down.
He's going, yep.
Yep. Bill
Wow.
Bill Belichick's leaving the Patriots.
I thought that was coming.
And then Nick Saban,
Nick
he's
Saban, yep.
retiring.
What?
Yeah.
Really? And
On
see,
the this week that happened.
wait. Now Nick Saban, wasn't he caught up in some controversy recently?
Huh.
No? Or was that
Yeah,
Urban Meyer?
they got beaten in just the national semifinals, but that was
Wow.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Seven-time national championship
Yeah, I was
coach.
gonna say, yeah, he's a beast. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. And so where's Belichick? Where's he gonna land? Does anybody know?
No, not there's a lot of people rumoring.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people have been saying the Falcons, but I don't know. I mean, obviously he's the greatest of all time. You can't deny that.
Yeah.
But I think, his post Tom Brady record kind of makes you, I don't want to say question him, but it's a situation where, I sometimes think makes me wonder like how like his approach to it, how does that relate to today's players? Because they just already replaced his or hired his replacement, Gerard Mayo, who was a linebackers coach there. He's like 37. He's the youngest coach in the league, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
So
Hey.
that, I mean, you just got to approach people different now. That old like my way or the highway,
Yeah.
that don't really work anymore.
Hey. Why did my dude Josh, LA Silk, send me a picture of that dude's wife today? That's the reason I knew you were talking about. It was a picture of her donk, and I was like, "What
Oh,
is
that's
wrong?"
terrible.
I was like, "Who is this?" He's like, "It's the Patriots new coach. That's his wife." I was like, "Okay, okay, yeah, that thing is serious.
Now
It's
you're a
serious."
Patriots fan.
I mean, I might be, but yeah. So, yeah. See, look, you're like, yeah, 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 yeah. That thing is real. I said,
What
you
is it
see,
called?
you look at the profile.
Yeah. Good. Say it out loud. Say it out
Yeah,
loud.
She got a yacht.
yeah.
That is
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
what it is.
yeah. Actually, I think that's what his picture might have said. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, okay.
Hmm.
He's just like winning, winning. But yeah, and then Pete Carroll, you said he stepped down. So I mean, is that like have they? I mean, have the Seahawks been doing bad, or
They
he's
didn't make
got?
the playoffs this year, and I think it was kind of like a mutual parting of ways. They made it sort of sound
Yeah,
like.
okay, okay.
But a lot of people are like he was getting overlooked and think about it, he won a national championship at USC and a Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Like, and
yeah,
he's I don't know of anybody else that's done that. Well,
right.
Jimmy Johnson when he was at Miami and in Dallas.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. But that was
you know,
30, 40 years ago, man. Ain't that
yeah,
crazy?
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, that is some big news in sports. They moved the Steeler game to Monday.
Yeah,
So I jammed everybody up. Yeah, I was gonna actually watch the game, but
yeah,
now
I'm
Yeah.
hot. Yeah.
now I'm not. So we'll see.
What
Do
are
they
your
even-
thoughts on your boy from the UFC, the heavyweight, get ready that fought Tyson Fury?
Oh yeah, Francis.
He's gonna be fighting that Anthony Joshua now. He's getting in the ring with him.
Well, couple of things. I'm not sure how serious Tyson Fury took him.
Mm-hmm.
Like till he got in there and was like, oh fuck, like this guy's not going away.
Right.
So I'm thinking Anthony Joshua is going to approach it way more serious than Tyson did coming into it. But Francis hits really hard. And I think if he's fundamentally sound, it'll be an interesting fight. But if he touches him, he can't put him to sleep. But I mean, but that's anybody at heavyweight.
Right.
So I don't think Joshua will hurt him. I think he could make him look bad though. You know what I mean? Just expose him as like, just the skill difference.
Right.
But I mean, God bless him. The UFC like didn't want to pay him. and he's
Yeah,
making
no,
more
he's
money.
making out. Yeah.
He's making more money boxing. Like he came out of that fight and he again garnered the respect of a lot of boxing fans after fighting Tyson. So we'll see, and he's getting big money fights right off the bat, So we'll see. I, I'll watch it. I will watch that fight. It's weird though because I used to love fights, and now I barely watch any of them. I hardly know anybody's name. You know, Anthony Joshua, I forgot all about him until he got knocked out by that nobody. And that was a couple years ago.
Ruiz, yeah.
Yeah, but then
He ended up, yeah, because then he ended up coming back and, you know, Hanley beating him. He didn't knock, I don't think he knocked him out there, but then he got beat convincingly by that Usyk from the Ukraine
that's right.
twice. So, but his last fight, he dominated somebody that's like respectable.
Yeah, and and Father Time is undefeated, and he's been
Yeah,
around. He's been around for a minute, Anthony Joshua. So, like Francis isn't young, but he's young for fighting. You know,
right.
so we'll see. We'll see. I wonder. Like I don't know. I always say I think it's harder. Like I think it would. Like I think if Conor McGregor, I hate Conor McGregor, but him transitioning to fight Floyd, I think was more difficult for him than like Francis Ngannou to transition to fight like Anthony Joshua, just because Conor's skill set was so way more dynamic, and he had to like turn off more stuff
Mm-hmm.
to just box, whereas Francis doesn't have to turn off as much.
He started off as a boxer, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
and then like I mean, then he had some limited ground game, and
Right.
occasionally would throw a kick, but for the most part, it was just his hands. You know, so as long as he is fundamentally sound, it could be interesting. So, and if he, like I said, he had the hardest strike in fighting at one point. Like they whatever hooked it up to the machine, he punched the thing, and they were like, "Yep, that's the hardest thing we've ever seen."
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, he hits hard. Like
How
if
old
you
is he?
Francis, he's in his 30s.
Hmm.
If you see the video of him when he fought what's his name? Alistair Overeem, he uppercuts him and splits his whole lip. And like you see it happen, like boom, and it's like his head just snaps completely back, and when it comes forward, his lip is split like up to here. It's brutal.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't want to see that.
yeah, and it's just like this dude just hits really hard, like really hard.
Yeah,
So, I mean, the fact that he was homeless at one point, he's born in '86, bud. So what's that?
it's like
Like 30,
35
about
or
37. Yeah,
Yeah.
37.
So boxing, he'll get probably 3 good years, and
Mm.
then two more sketchy years, and and he'll make way more money than he ever did. I mean, people don't realize like Connor made more money off that Floyd fight than he's ever made in UFC ever.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that's what led to like everything else falling into place with him, the proper 12, all that other stuff. That gave him his bankroll. So
How
Dana
does
White can
boxing make so much money? Because you have the huge wave of influencer boxers now.
well look at that. They're
You
making
just
money.
that's
They're
what I'm saying.
killing.
Like, how does it? Because I
Well,
don't really hear people talk about boxing like they
like yeah,
used to,
like they used to.
but they're
But
still making bank.
enough people still watch it. Whereas like the UFC tries to present itself like it's a league. Like people go, I want to be a UFC fighter. They don't say they want to be an MMA fighter. But UFC is just a promotion, just like the rest of them. Like I'm
Hmm.
sure that UFC is making more money than all the other boxing promotions out there, but their fighters aren't. Their fighters are signed to these ridiculous contracts. Like, hey, we're doing you a favor, putting you on the biggest platform to do what you do. Whereas with boxing, you're your platform, you know, like you can carry 7 different
Yeah,
belts, so just different.
sounds like USC has a
Monopoly.
monopoly. Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah,
And I mean, and that's the thing. Like, and then when people leave the UFC, when they're washed and they go to the other leagues, they end up dominating. So it's like it just kind of proves like yeah, the best fighters are in the UFC because
uh,
the other leagues champions like Ryan Bader was I think Bellator's like heavyweight champion for years, and he washed out in the UFC like 5 years ago. Just like, I mean, washed out. Like he had his nice run, washed out, went there and became champ and held the belt. So it's just UFC is where the best of the best go. And we really dug into sports a little bit there. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that was
Pretty wild.
a deep dive.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about the clips for a minute if you want, but as you heard, Julius, they're trying to make Alcoa move up again.
To what?
What is it now, bro? 5A?
Yeah, they're trying to make a move up from 4A to 5A. Yeah.
Now, you want to give the people a brief history on Aliquippa and what they are, on what is Equip?
Quip. Well, Aliquippa, right? That's the name of a Native American tribe, or
Yeah.
Aliquippa. So, they're the Aliquippa Quips. So, a long, rich history.
Yeah, Aliquippa, right. Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, up there in Beaver County, where one of my guys, White Lightning, some of us know. Beaver County. What I think he said the slogan for Beaver County is divided by his rivers, united by his people. Beaver County.
Okay. I like it.
Now I did ask somebody from Beaver County that, and they looked at me. They were like, "I ain't never heard that in my life."
That sounds like White Lightning. That sounds like Lightning. Yeah, he came up with that shit on the spot, probably.
Yeah, but he did. He showed me somewhere. He found us somewhere, and he was like, "No, look, here's the proof."
Yeah. But Aliquippa is one of those PA towns that suffered tremendously from the steel mill crash in the 80s, and the economy never really bounced back. But they have an amazing football team that pretty much never loses. How many games do you think they've lost in the last 50 years? 50? In the last 50 years?
If we went 50, I mean, if you probably went back to like 1980.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think in my entire time of knowing Aliquippa, I don't think I've ever known them to lose 3 regular season games.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but season. It's like that. Yeah.
Like they've lost regular season games, but like 3 of them, I've never heard of them not even making the playoffs.
Yeah, I haven't either.
So
yeah. And to give you some perspective, people, Aliquippa, their senior class has about 155 males.
No, that's not even their senior class. That's 9 through 11. That's how they do their enrollment numbers.
Yeah. Okay. So break it down. So what they're supposed to be is what?
They're a single A school by I think the enrollment of their 9 through 11 boys. They're like a single A school.
Yeah.
Because I think Aliquippa only graduates like 40 kids a year.
Something crazy, like 40, 49, something like that.
Yeah. But they always opted to play up to 2A, then they opted to play up to 3A, but then because they kept winning, they were trying to do this the last rotation, moving up to 5A, but they were able to kind of
appeal it
to the PIAA, and they their superintendent did a really good job of, I think, bringing attention to it. And so they let them stay at 4A, where they've won back-to-back state titles.
4A with an enrollment of 150.
And so now they're making a move up to 5A.
And to give us some perspective, like what size now? What's the enrollment like for a 5A school? Because you are where?
I'm at a 6A school.
You're at a 6A school.
I'm at a 6A school. So 6A. I mean, in my school, we have over 2,000 students. Over 2,000 students. So
he may not want to say what the school is.
Yeah. So you're over 2,000 students. So you're talking like, if you're doing 9 to 11, you're probably talking 700 boys or something like that in there. So there's probably as many boys 9 through 11 as Aliquippa almost has in its whole district.
Wow.
Like students.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. In the whole district.
Like 40.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 40 times 12, whatever that number is. So they probably got about 600 kids in the whole district, 700 kids.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
So the thing is, the PIAA, they try to make you move up based off of how much you win and your number of transfers.
And that's the thing they're saying. They're arguing that all these transfers aren't really transfers.
I'm not hating, but I'm just saying, I will say I've not known of a whole lot of schools that always have cats that are like 6'3", like 260 on the line at schools that small. I'm just saying. Not consistently. It happens from time to time, but consistently. But Aliquippa, they're legit, man. So a lot of heart.
There was a Sports Illustrated article about them, 6-7 years ago?
Yeah.
It was a legit article. It wasn't just like faces in the crowd. It was like
a feature article.
About Aliquippa. I was like, what am I reading right now at the dentist office? I was like, this is craziness. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we got quips in our family, and they'll tell you straight up, I'm gonna be equipped till the day I die. Like they send me footage of games, and it does not look like single A football to me. Well, I told you when Lena came to Deja's homecoming. So my cousin Lena, she's from Aliquippa, so she comes down to CH to watch Deja do the homecoming joint, and so she's watching the game, and I'm just like looking at her, looking at the game, and she goes, "This is who we're supposed to be playing," and I was like,
Could you imagine?
Yeah, could you imagine? It would be demoralizing. Like it would be
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it would be so bad. Like, so I would like to see it just one time. Oh, just one time. Just
It would be terrible.
oh,
That
but
would not
just
be fun to
It'd be
watch.
terrible.
oh, just
Especially now, because I think like it's so what. Because I mean, Quip used to not just run roughshot all the time.
yeah, they did.
You
Yeah, it
know,
used to be
they
different. Like watch
didn't.
how
You know what I
watch how I
mean?
beat him a couple times.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we went 2-1, just pump my chest a little bit,
Yeah, you just did go 2-1. You did. Just did. You did. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
nah. But I mean, I couldn't imagine anybody like like single way through triple way like touching them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really couldn't.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
crazy. Yeah.
Even I mean, because 5A, it's just going to get into the numbers thing of it. I think a little bit. But I mean, honestly, if they make them stay 5A, depending on what, like, they're still going to bang
Yeah.
just because they got.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Yeah. They have the
they
talent.
got
got the
they just
heart.
play
They
with a
got the
certain
heart.
edge on them, man. Like, yeah, they got heart. They play with an
Hey,
edge, and it's like
hey,
I don't care what
hey,
nobody says. Like they play like weird.
yeah.
Like people talk about underdogs. Like they
Yeah.
play like we're underdogs and we're fighting this for
Yeah.
4 quarters.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, their
They
coach. I think I sent you the hype speech he gave in the locker room.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
like the greatest hype speech for a high school coach I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Well, I told you, Lena sent me that clip of their quarterback delivering a hit to somebody with his helmet and
Hmm.
knocked all the paint off the dude's helmet. It was like the paint was flopping off his helmet. I
Yeah.
said, he delivered that blow, the
Mhm.
quarterback. I was like, why would you do that? Like, run out of bounds, please. But yeah, they're a different animal up there, man. Different animal. Yeah. Mm. All right. So, buddy, you got any news?
Some news.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
wait. A week later, Golden Globes happened,
Yeah,
and our predictions were,
they were pretty accurate.
yeah, we do that. And those
At
were
least
off
my
the
predictions were
what?
pretty.
What?
Dad,
What we talking
you
about?
said
What we
some
talking
stuff.
about? I say some things. I do, but
You
I feel
did.
like I had to say some of those things out of spite because you was doubting me. So but I think we
Alright.
were, for the most part, we
We
were
were
pretty accurate.
pretty. You were pretty
Yeah.
accurate. Yeah. I
Yeah.
was surprised. Oppenheimer. They won like a lot more than I expected.
Well,
Like
yeah.
best drama
Yeah.
director. I was surprised. Like I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised because of what it was up against.
See, I'm not surprised. So just
All
saying.
right. Well, I mean, it was
Yeah.
good. I'm happy for it.
That movie was so good it had me start calling it by the right name. So that means a lot.
They was dogging the host though. I saw
Yeah.
they dogged him.
Yeah, he wasn't getting much love.
He, well, I saw a couple clips. It wasn't too funny. It just
well,
wasn't like.
well, they said he was making jokes about how bad the writing was, like how bad his jokes were.
Yeah, well, that was like what got some stink too. It was like as
Yeah.
soon as he started bombing, he's like, "I didn't
Yeah.
write this." And it was like,
Yeah.
"Bro, you really gonna,
Yeah,
really
you
gonna
can't do that.
that?"
You just gotta rat it out. He
Yeah.
had a movie come out last year though. I recognize him because he's a Filipino comedian, and he did a movie about like culture clash type thing. I think it was a romantic comedy or something, and
Okay.
somebody like involved meeting his family or something. But I remember seeing a trailer for it. So
Yeah.
when I saw he was the host, I was like, oh, it's that guy.
He's been
But
around for a minute, I guess. I
Mhm.
didn't
I
know
guess
him
so.
till last week, but
Yeah, I mean, he was overshadowed by Cat Williams, just talking about everybody.
yeah.
So what if they got Cat to host the Golden Globes?
Yeah, I don't think that would ever happen.
But wouldn't it be a day? Wouldn't it be a day? I'd be like, this is going to be spectacular.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the Masters of the Universe trailer dropped? Not that you care. Not that
No,
either one of you care.
I didn't.
But
They're making a season 2.
season 2 finally got
I didn't know
finished.
that.
Yeah, well, they ended season 1 with a cliffhanger and a shit ton of controversy. Bro, did you watch the Masters of the Universe reboot, He-Man?
No.
No, yeah, because you weren't born when He-Man was like big.
No, I used to watch He-Man.
Oh, well, they did a reboot based off of the original He-Man, like continuing the story. They did it on
I
Netflix.
mean, the
What?
TV show wasn't better than the movie with Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just yeah, yeah, yeah. And this is why I won't watch Blue Beetle. This is right here. Why
Hey,
I won't
listen, man. Listen. I text both of y'all last week.
Wow.
Like, quit hating on. Like, I can't understand how you can hate on a movie that you didn't watch.
I don't
Well,
hate on it.
I'm not
I
hating
don't
on
hate
it.
on it.
I'm just
Okay,
look.
put it this way. What I've like recommended like one or two movies to you guys, one of which was what?
Zero Dark
Argo?
30 and Argo. Yeah,
Is it a great movie?
yeah. They're both great movies. They're
Mhm.
both
And
great movies.
Argo, both great movies.
Yeah,
I'm
both
not
great.
putting it
But
on
Blue
them level.
Beetle is different.
Yeah,
It's not,
yeah.
but
They're
I'm just saying
not. It's not either
it's
one of
worth
those.
watching. I'm not saying it's great. I'm saying it's a cool little watch. That's all I'm saying.
You have the platform. Do you want to like why is it worth watching?
Yeah, please,
The
please.
people listening.
For the hour and a half of my life that it's going to take, I need to know.
Why is it worth watching? I think it has a good cast. I think the storylines is half decent. There's a little bit of humor. There is some lameness to it. I don't want to, I mean, it's been out long enough. The grandma part kind of gets a little lame to me, as her kind of character unfolds, but it's a decent movie. Like I said, it's a decent watch. It's better than Black Adam for sure.
You watch Black Adam.
That's bad. Now that one's bad.
Wow.
Yeah, Black Adam is bad.
Yeah, I heard that's
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. That's
Yeah, I
not
don't
good.
know.
But I watched it. It's better than
Okay.
that. So it's decent. It's a decent little watch. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I talked to my main man Matt Sergi this week,
Mm-hmm.
and he watched Aquaman, and he said he enjoyed it more than the first Aquaman, but it's not as good as Blue Beetle. And I said, "Oh, then maybe I'll watch Blue Beetle."
Because did you ever watch Aquaman?
No, I started it.
I saw the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what did you think about Aquaman, Julius?
It was. I thought it was just a fun watch. Like nothing special.
That's all I'm saying.
I did like the action scenes in it. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
it was. I thought it was okay.
Yeah. Just what? Listen, I would much rather y'all watch it and hate it than hate it before you watch it.
Oh, this guy.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's like eat your Brussels sprouts. Okay. Okay.
Man, depending on how you cook some Brussels sprouts, that could be fire.
That's a whole other conversation because the resurgence of Brussels sprouts in American cuisine in the last 5 years is just funny to me. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to say about that. But but I'll watch it maybe tomorrow. If I don't watch Priscilla, I will watch Blue Beetle.
Two very different movies.
Right. So it's going to depend on your mother's mood. 100%.
What did you guys think? Did you guys watch the trailer for the upcoming Netflix Avatar Last Airbender?
Yes.
What are your thoughts? You think that's gonna be legit?
We discussed it. Yeah, I was talking about it yesterday at work. Oh, okay. So I got this little fucker at work, and I'm trying to bring him up, but he keeps testing me. He keeps testing me every day. Every day. Like he did something so dumb today that I just was like, "Are you messing with me, man?" So yesterday I was in a good mood. So I was just picking at him, but I was like being nice about it. And he's young. So long story short, he don't know nothing about nothing. Like nothing about Star Wars, nothing about. So I'm always just like, you disappoint me, son. You disappoint me. So I walk by him and he goes, this is what he says to me. He goes, everything changed after the Fire Nation attacked. And I went, what did you just say to me? And he was like, I said everything changed after the Fire Nation attacked. And I said, did he tell you to say that to this other dude? And he was like, no, I used to watch Avatar Last Airbender. And I was like, so then it was over for me. I started talking about I started talking about the finale. And then he said I was acting for Halloween. I was like, oh, I'm about to adopt this kid now. And
wow.
But he never seen the series finale. And then I said, well, they're making a Netflix show. I was like, it looks dope. So to answer your question, bro, as you shuffle through backgrounds,
it's been so long. It's been so long.
I think it looks better than Solid. Like it actually, I was super relieved, and then I got excited when I saw it because it looks like they spent the money and that they put the love into it as well. Julius.
Yeah, I agree. I was skeptical when they said they were gonna make it, but then the trailer came out, and I was like, oh yeah, they're actually putting some like care into it.
Now, when's
So
that?
I'm
When's
looking
that
forward to
drop?
it. I don't
February
think
next month.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh wow,
I'm
Wow.
almost positive that's February.
yeah, that
Wow,
sounds
that's
right.
big. That's big. Yeah.
And then I think House of Dragon season 2 is dropping in August.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's this summer. Yep,
That's coming. That's
that'll
coming.
be good.
That'll be good. Like it's so weird because that first season was so good, but it's like I forget about it. But it's like, oh no, that was
Yeah,
really good.
like
Like
you
I'm
gotta
looking.
like rewatch it before the second
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But it was good. It was definitely good. Um, I man, they announced. Have you ever watched? Did you watch Arcane? Your kids might
Uh,
dig Arcane. Well, they just
That's a
released
bit
it.
mature, Dad.
You think? Well,
That's a mature show.
Chess is 12. Yeah. Well,
That's
I don't know,
it's
bro.
okay.
I had Julius watching Kill Bill when he was 3. So I mean, it probably wasn't my proudest moment,
Yeah.
but it's good cinema. So, so I don't know. There's a cartoon called Arcane. You watch it first, you decide.
Mm.
That's all I can say. It was really good. And they announced season 2, and the teaser, or no, they call it a first look, just dropped like 2 days ago.
I
And
didn't
it
know
comes,
that.
yeah, it just dropped. It looks amazing, and it comes out in November. So, so I was
Mm.
like,
That'll be
cool.
good. Yeah.
And like I said, Master of the Universe is coming in February, and I'm looking forward to that. Just
Did
because, hmm,
continue.
no, just because of the way they're continuing the story. Kevin Smith took a lot of flack over the first season because
Hmm.
people were trying to say it was woke because it was very Tila centric, and there wasn't
Mm.
a lot of He Man. But when you look at the overall story, you understand why. You know what I mean? He was trying to get to a certain point, and to do that, he had to eliminate He-Man from the story. You get what I'm saying? So I get it. It's like that issue you run into when when He-Man shows up, he's going to win the fight.
Yeah.
So you can't be trying to tell some long form story where he's running around like He-Man the whole goddamn time with his sword. So it's
Yeah.
like
There's no threat.
yeah, it's like the Superman thing. Like you can't have Superman just be Superman because you know what's going to happen. So yeah, but yeah, that's all I got.
Did you hear that they said Top Gun 3's in the works?
I saw that. Thoughts?
How do you feel? How do I feel?
Yeah, how do you
Uh,
want to feel?
I love Top Gun Maverick,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I want a third one. It's
Yeah,
hard to catch
it's like
lightning in a
a
bottle,
yeah,
twice.
that's like I like I'm gonna compare it to like like the original like Disney movies, right? Like when a Disney movie came out, that was all you got that hit the theaters. Like they might come out with a second, but it was gonna be straight to DVD, and that's
Right.
all. And
Right.
it was set up that way.
Yeah, Simba's
Yeah.
Like
pride.
you had Top Gun, you
Yeah.
waited however long till you had Top Gun Maverick.
40
Don't do the
years.
cash grab because it made so much money. Like
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
that just be what it was.
Yeah.
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 And you know what I'm saying?
Because it's not like they like broke the mold when they made Maverick. It was just the perfect time, the perfect movie, give the people what they want. But as for
Yeah.
like what it is, it literally is Top Gun 2. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
As the
And then it's
first
like, is
one.
it going to be with Maverick in it? It
Yeah,
would
it's
have
supposed
to.
to
So it's going
Yeah,
to be Maverick.
he's
And
coming
it's like I thought
back,
he was out of the
and
Navy.
Miles Teller and the
right
other guy
there.
too.
Right
They're
there.
all
Yeah,
coming
he
back.
literally retired.
He
Maverick
did.
Yeah.
is like 20 years past retirement age for the military. Like he should have been in the private
They're
sector.
going to hit me back like, Mav, we really need you. You're literally the only fighter pilot we have in the
Yeah,
Navy.
yeah, yeah. I know. He's like, I wear glasses now. They'll be like, so
Right.
he's like, I can't even
Yeah.
pass the physical.
Even
Yeah.
though
Like
before
literally.
before Maverick, was he ever in a fight? And do you think he ever saw a battle,
Who's that?
combat? Maverick.
Yeah, he did.
Or
That's what happened to Top Gun.
he did? In the oh oh yeah.
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 Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he
At the
did.
end.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
he shoots
I
down like three
forgot. Yeah.
MiGs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot about that.
That's
Yeah.
this whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
but that's like one of those things you could be like, if it's not wartime, you can go your whole career and like never shoot at anybody. Like you're just like, I fly jets. I wouldn't do
Yeah.
what? I just fly them around. We just do drills all the time.
Right. I think that's why they call them aces, or like ones when you get a kill in like in action is how
Yeah.
you become
Yeah.
an ace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ace fighter pilot. Like otherwise you just can fly real fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you never know how you're going to react.
Mm-hmm.
So Yeah, it's like, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm here for it. I'd watch it on TV, I guess. It's but see, I feel the same way about like
You're
Avatar
telling me
3.
you wouldn't see it at
Mm-mm.
least?
I'd watch it on TV.
You know you would go in the movies to see that. Don't even lie.
I'm I didn't go see
Yeah,
the
you're gonna
last
see
one.
that. You're gonna see the
You
trailer.
didn't go see Maverick?
I
He
didn't go see
didn't. I
Matt.
tried to
No.
tell him, and he
Oh.
wouldn't. He wouldn't listen.
So when you teared up, you teared up at home. I thought you told me you teared up watching that movie.
I probably did because I do.
What part of that movie?
Probably let's see, when did I tear up? Probably when Goose's son was playing the piano and Maverick flashed back to
That was
Goose.
20 minutes in.
Hey, well, it don't take a long time for me to build up emotionally. They hit the beats, bud. If you're at the club and the beat hits, you start dancing, or you gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? Man, yeah. Whatever. I cry, okay? Shit. I told you I started crying watching crazy rich Asians when she put her foot out and I started crying. I had a whole like emotional thing happen to me. And like in the time it took for her to like pick her leg up and put it out. Now it's just like, whoom. But anyway, so no, I will not go see Maverick at the theater. Just like I won't go see Avatar 3 at the theater. Because you want to talk about cash grabs, Avatar 3 is the epitome of a cash grab. Because the only reason I still feel the Avatar 2 made money was because we wanted to see what they did this time. Because he did so much with the first one. What did he do this time? But there was a fucking 10-year gap between them. 2 years later, I'm less interested in what he did because he couldn't have done much.
Where it got pushed back again.
He need to, because otherwise, who's going to care? You know, and nothing beats when he says to Rock Mach 2 in the first one. So, for real.
All of the that's the thing. I don't think the plot of Avatar 2 was like the greatest,
No.
but just like the visual of it like was
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if you see Avatar 3 2 years
Yeah.
later, is it as impressive as it was
Right.
seeing Avatar 2 10 years later?
I got you.
When that's all it is the spectacle. So to me, I actually still haven't watched Way of Water. You know, I don't have 3.5 hours to watch it. I got shit to do. So it's like I want to, but I just haven't had time, you know, and anymore. I sit down and I just
Who in the hell did I go see it with? I thought
Not
I went
me.
with you guys.
No,
No,
here you go.
no.
That was your other movie crew.
That
Damn.
Chess is over here like you went with me.
Yeah, you took me, Dad. Damn, when was the last time the movie crew got together? It's been a minute. Batman? It wasn't Batman, was it?
No.
Nah.
It was I think it was Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Quantumania. That
Was it
mess.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
When the ants took down Kang.
Why is that everybody's issue? Everybody says that.
That was kind of terrible. That was lame. That was terrible.
Not the only issue, but that's a big issue.
I mean, that's everybody's go-to. Like, I mean, he got beat by the ants. I'm like, damn, but I mean, they were highly
It's
evolved
Kang.
ants. But they were highly evolved
ants.
but he was at an ant size.
That's so lame. That's so lame.
Oh my gosh. So if he did regular size and they were giant ants, would it have been different?
No, still ants.
No, still ants. Still ants.
Still a bug.
Super organ. What if it was bees?
It's still a bug.
I'm just saying, for as powerful as like he was,
I know.
to like see this man be taken down by ants, that was kind of like for real.
Yeah.
Like that's what's going to do him in.
Well, he just got taken out by the New York judicial system too. So you know.
Yeah. Did you watch the interview afterwards yet?
I seen part of it. When he started crying. You know, this motherfucker, man.
What did he say in the interview?
He said, what did he say, bro? They asked him about the Coretta Scott King thing. And what did he say? I watched him comment on that. I watched him I don't even know, actually. I guess it didn't stick with me that well because I've only watched a little bit of it, but he cries.
That was definitely planned.
And I didn't see the part where he says everything went away. I didn't watch that part. Because I guess they asked him about like his future prospects, and he currently has none. But I have a question for you because they say like, you know, some woman texted him and his girl saw it and he was on that give me my phone back, and that's what led to the whole thing. Do you think that woman in question was Megan Good? Do you think the woman that was texting Jonathan Majors in that vehicle was Megan Good? Because it was like,
if it was that,
what's the backstory?
Well, he dates Megan Good now.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
she was with him at his very first court hearing right after the shit happened.
That explains why the
mm,
girl was going crazy.
Yeah, because
It was making good. She was up
yeah,
against.
yeah. She was like, I can't. So if you looked at her, it's like, just say
mm.
cousin Skeeter. He's like, this is making good. Yeah. Yeah, making good's stupid fine. Like it's just stupid. She's the best thing in Shazam. Like it's like, geez, making
But
good.
here's the interest, not a, really a theory, but he was on Good Morning America, and
Mm-hmm.
that's Disney owned.
Oh
So
wow.
someone's trying to help him out. Like
Mm.
they wouldn't, if
Yeah, you're
if he was
right.
completely done, they wouldn't have given them that.
You're right. They're like, let's see if we can spin this, get
Yeah.
some public opinions. I mean, he's
Mm.
trying to appeal the text messages, you know, that showed like the history of harassment or whatever. But I don't know. Like people are up in arms about things he was saying about. Well, they were talking bad about Coretta Scott King now because of that. Because they were saying how he was telling her, his girlfriend, he wanted her to be more like Coretta Scott King or Michelle Obama, and they're like, well, Martin cheated on Coretta with white women all the time, and I'm like, wow, people, like, wow, like, like,
Come on,
wow,
man.
like, yeah,
Why
like,
are you saying
wow.
this right before MLK Day? What's
I mean,
wrong
I'm
with you?
just saying. That's what I'm saying. This is what people were saying. And I'm like, how you gonna go Coretta like that? That ain't right. That ain't right. Like, that's not like, I don't
Mm.
know. I was like, people are messed up, man. But because then Coretta's daughter spoke up about it. It was like, my mother was not a prop. I'm like, yeah, hey man, she was fucking Coretta Scott King. Like, what are you talking about? You know.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
guess what is his meaning behind that then?
well, he wanted her to carry herself a certain way. It wasn't necessarily I
Right.
want you to act like a powerful black woman, but I mean, he wanted her to carry herself with more dignity and class and be more
Right.
supportive. And his examples were black women, you know. And everybody's like, well, if you wanted to be like that, you should have got a black woman. I'm like, that's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying. I'm like, I get what he's saying. He just people are uncomfortable with the choices that he made. But he even says he mentions that in the interview, and he did say something because he was like, I'm trying to be a great man, is what he's saying. I'm trying to do great things. So he wants a partner with him to do those things and just be supportive, you know. So I
So
don't know.
he's found Megan good.
Making good.
Just got a
Yeah.
divorce from her husband. That was a
Yeah.
preacher.
Was he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a preacher.
Oh,
Man.
man. Have you seen her? Like she went to
Oh, Megan
church.
Good's bad.
She went to church and then went to court with that fool. I said, yeah, she's just can't act to save her life, but I don't care. I
Stomped the
don't.
yard.
Yeah, stop. Hey, that's one of my favorite movies for real. She wearing that green eyeshadow. I was like, whew. Yeah, your mom bought me that for Christmas one year, bud. I watched that
I
movie.
remember
I
I
was all
remember
about
your
that movie.
face. I remember that
Hey,
face.
That's
had me
funny.
wishing I could dance. I might have cried watching
Yeah.
that movie too. Shit. When he hits the pose at the end, the handstand
Oh
thing.
yeah. I think you did get emotional.
Yeah.
You know what's wild though is that so like Chris Brown dies in the very beginning of that,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
but then them same two dudes is in this Christmas, which is wild because they're brothers.
Yeah, they're brothers. Yeah, you're right. You're
Columbus
right.
Short and Chris Brown, so they're brothers
Yeah.
in that too.
Oh.
Chris
Which one
Brown.
came out first? Maybe it was
Mm.
connected.
Oh, the stomp the
Yeah,
Universe.
universe.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Those everything's a combined universe now.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, did you watch Split? This was a few years ago. That M Night Shyamalan movie,
Mhm. What's up?
Split.
Nah.
Well, the reason I asked is because we were just combined universe. And the other day I was watching like greatest acting scenes like in history, and this scene from Split comes up. And no, but see, look at you. Hey, James
No,
McAvoy.
he's good. I just know those compilations. Those compilations just pick the scenes of people of the actors just yelling, and they're like, "This is great acting."
Well, no, he
But he is
didn't.
good in it. He is
He
good in that
played.
movie.
He literally did, I think, 8 different personalities in like this 5-minute scene, and it was like terrifying
No, he's
because
good. This is
yeah,
really
because the
good.
first one he's like himself, and he's like asking the girl like, "What's going on? What day is it? What year is it?" And when
Mm.
she tells him, he's just like, he immediately like looks defeated. He's like, "Go to the cupboard. There's a shotgun. Like he's just like immediately like so for however long he hasn't had control, it's been a long time, and he had already known like if this happens again, and then
See,
as he's
James McAvoy is just always Mr. Tumnus to me. I just
Mr. Thomas, shut
when
up,
I look at him, that's
shut
all I ever
up,
see. He's just Mr.
shut
Tumnus.
up, Mr. Thomas.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Terrible. Of
That's all I think of.
Mr. Thomas and Narnia fame.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
Mr.
that's
Thomas.
when I think and look at him, that's all I think of.
Did
it
he
is
betray?
awful.
Fawn.
Did he betray them in the first one?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, he like
Yeah,
Yeah,
gives them to the witch,
yeah.
the
He gives.
witch.
Yeah,
but then he turns good. He
his
turns
little bitch
good.
ass. Yeah, he turns
Yeah.
good. How about the little nerdy dude from that is now like from the third one is now like the man. He was Adam.
Oh
He
yeah,
was Adam Warlock in the Guardians movie, but he was a little like bratty kid.
Mm.
yeah. He was
And
always
Nar,
like the nerdy. He was the nerdy kid,
yeah,
and we're the Millers.
yeah. And then he like he got
There,
on he got on that cycle,
yeah,
and he got on that Zac Efron cycle and changed his life. I'm like, jeez. Like seriously, I just was watching a video before we started. And it was what's his name? Jeremy Allen White from The Bear.
yeah,
And it was him getting ready for the Golden Globes, which were last week. And the fact that he's a normal sized human being again, it's just like I'm like, these actors will jump on gear for like one movie, get super yoked, and then like go back to normal size and act like nothing happened. Like won't even
yeah.
know. And no one asks them, no one comments. Like no one's like, also, I noticed you've lost a tremendous amount of muscle mass in the last 3 weeks. Like, what's going on? Are you on a diet? Like, it was crazy because he's small. Like, he's a small person. And I was like,
Yeah,
and he
he's
was
short
huge,
too.
and he was huge in that movie. So, anyways, where else? What else we got?
One last thing I have, Uncle Chet, did you watch The Mandalorian?
I
And
did. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And did you guys hear that they're doing what is it? Mandalorian and Grogu movie?
Now,
Mm.
Filoni's supposed to be directing that, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Instead of a season 4, they're giving
Oh, they're
like
just gonna do straight movie.
a theatrical, yeah,
Hmm.
movie.
That'll
No,
make bank.
is this the movie that's going to tie up all that stuff, like Ahsoka and everything, or do we know?
They haven't said anything on that.
Because that's supposed to happen too. So if it does that, I'm cool. Because the last season of Mandalorian, I'm sorry, it was kind of
Mm-mm. I didn't like it. I
yeah,
didn't like it.
it was kind of like I don't even know how to describe it. From I'd say from the Book of Boba Fett to the last episode of Mandalorian, somewhere in the middle things were good, but there was a lot of weird stuff I didn't care for happening too. So
The last season to me just didn't feel like, they needed Mando. Like it was
mhm.
like the Bo-Katan stuff,
Yeah, they were setting Bo-Katan up for
Yeah,
everything.
Mhm.
which is
Yeah,
cool on her
yeah,
end, but like
yeah,
for like a Mando thing, it was just like,
yeah.
why is he there?
Yeah. What was the same? They did the same thing with Boba Fett, where it was really like the second half of that season was season 3 of Mando. Like it
Mm-hmm.
was like it was like, wait, all of a sudden now it's not even about Boba. Which I
Yeah,
told you my theory 1,000 times on the Mandalorian was that they did not have permission to do a Boba Fett series, so they just did a series about a Mandalorian
Mhm.
and then it hit real big, and they were like, "We should do a Boba Fett show." Like,
yeah.
motherfucker, this is the Boba Fett show. Like, if you would just let us call it Boba Fett, but that's really what I think happened, to be honest with you, in my opinion. So yeah, so
We never know.
because Boba Fett's like everybody's favorite character, but Mando is definitely a cooler Mandalorian than Boba Fett.
Well, yeah, especially now because they
Yeah,
ruined Boba Fett in
yeah,
that show.
yeah, yeah. Boba wasn't killing people no more.
Yeah, he's like, what?
He's,
I'm gonna be a good mob boss.
yeah, I'm gonna be a good crime, like yeah, galactic crime lord, but I ain't
Yeah.
killing nobody. We'll find a way.
Mm-hmm.
This is the way you kill people. This is the way.
Yeah, that's really their
Yeah,
people's
yeah. Like
motto.
this is the way. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Uh I was watching Back in the Reacher season 2. And did you watch season 1 of Reacher, bro?
Nah, I've never watched Reacher.
You have Amazon Prime, no?
I did. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Reacher surprisingly is worth watching. Like it's everything that like I usually am against, like big action driven shows, but it's good. It's smart and it's violent, but it's good violence. And I don't know. And the guy's like a freaking chiseled out of stone, man. He's so huge. He's 6'5", like 260. And he's not like bodybuilder big. He's just like he looks like he took the super soldier serum. It's
Mm.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. See,
But
I feel like we ain't watching nothing new. We're not watching anything new. I feel like we're going through this cycle where we're watching stuff that was huge years ago
yeah.
because like I was too cool to watch it then. So
Yeah.
like Hunger Games, I'm like, yeah, Hunger Games was the shit.
yeah,
And,
yeah. You heard
and
too
like,
cool.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
Harry Potter, like I've watched Harry Potter's like the
Yeah.
whole thing, and now I got CG watching Harry Potter.
The Harry
So
Potters?
yeah, I mean, I'm listening to like Harry Potter audiobooks. Like I'm just
Oh,
that's
snap.
like what I'm watching right now and listening to,
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Hey,
there's nothing like new really that I can't think of anything new that I'm really watching.
hey, that Fantastic Beast and Where to Find Them, the scene with Johnny Depp, he cast this crazy spell. It just came up on my Instagram like yesterday, and it made me want to rewatch that whole movie. I was like, yeah, the Harry Potters when they hit
Yeah.
like
Those
that.
ones aren't too
They're
good.
not as good, but there are some scenes that are
Yeah.
like, yeah,
But didn't you say they're supposed to be making a HBO Max is supposed to be having a Harry Potter season
yeah, it's a
show,
series.
right? Yeah.
It's a reboot of
It's a
the
reboot. Yeah,
OG films,
yeah,
Right, right.
but it's a
Which
show. Yeah.
and then what?
Each
Each book is going to be its own
season.
like
season.
Yeah.
season. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they'll really get to flesh them out because the Harry Potter movies I struggle with are 1 and 2. Those are the ones that I've always struggled with, like barely can get through them.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I don't know. I'm fine. So I would like to see like the first 2 books really fleshed out and like
Yeah.
as a
Right.
series, you know.
But it's tough because like they're still fresh in our mind. Like you're like Uncle Chet, you're still watching them for
Yeah,
the
so you're
first
going to be
time.
you're definitely going to be comparing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is how I mean, but how old is Harry Potter? I mean, Harry Potter is old now.
Yeah, I
Didn't
mean
like hit 20 years?
20,
Daniel
yeah,
Radcliffe is
21,
30. Yeah.
22
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Half Blood Prince came out when I was Jules, you were 2, I think, when Half Blood Prince came out.
When Half Blood, you're talking about the books?
Yeah, I'm talking about the
I'm
books.
talking
Yeah.
about the movie.
The movies. Yeah, okay. Well, sorry. I did read the books, but sorry I did, man. It was a
I
game
know
changer.
you, everyone did. Everyone.
I read Goblet of Fire in 2 days. That's 875 pages. Don't tell me.
Yeah,
I
you was
did.
liking that one.
Hey,
Yeah,
bro.
Hey, well, you could pick up a book. Like I can only name one book that I've ever read where I was like in it like that, where I sped
Yeah.
through it, and it was Da
Yeah.
Vinci Code.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
book that I've ever read
Yeah.
where like I flew through the book.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a
And I
good
was just
book.
really, really, really into it.
Yeah. It's well, my thing with Harry Potter was, Julius, your mom bought me the first 3 books or first 2 books, 2 or 3, two
yeah.
books for Christmas that year. And I worked at the college, so I was off for Christmas break. So I read 1 and 2 paperback. So I read Philosopher's Stone, um, um, whatever the second one was. And then I went to the store and Goblet of Fire was there in hardback. And I was like, I want it. And then I just what, bro? What?
I
Did
think
you
you
say
skipped the third
Philosopher's Stone?
one.
Did you say Philosopher's Stone?
Yeah.
What
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the actual title. They
That's the,
changed.
yeah,
is
Yeah,
it?
they
they
changed it
change
to
it for America.
for
Okay, I was
America.
like, I've
Yeah,
never heard of Philosopher's Stone.
yeah.
Yeah.
They changed
What is
it
that
to
one? The first one, Sorcerer's
That's
yeah.
the
Stone. It's
first
Philosopher's
one.
Stone.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
changed it to Sorcerer's Stone for Americans because they've never heard of Philosopher's Stone. So, like, literally, that's what they did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were like sorcerer, they don't know what that is because
So was it
wizards.
ever? It was released initially as that, or they just changed it before it got released?
they changed the title in America to
Oh,
Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah, but they've
even in the
never
book, even
in
the
the
book, they
no
changed the
in the
title.
book. I'm pretty sure they still say
And
Philosopher's
yeah,
Stone.
like
Yeah,
overseas, it's still Philosopher's Stone.
Huh.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
But the Philosopher's Stone is something they've actually tried to make in throughout history.
Supposedly.
Like one of the origins of chemistry was early alchemists trying to create a philosopher's stone. Yeah,
Hmm.
and then yeah, that's where like chemistry got its start was in alchemy. But
Mhm.
anyways,
Is that true? Like I thought
Google
alchemists were
me,
just a
Google
myth.
me.
I
No,
thought
people,
alchemy's
yeah,
a myth.
people were trying, but think about it, these people lived in like,
Listen,
shanties,
are you
and they
just
were like,
saying
no,
was
they,
chemistry was what we call chemistry? Was that what you're saying back in the day they called alchemy, or is like alchemy
no,
just like a long lost
no,
thing?
chemistry evolved from early alchemy. right? People trying to basically turn matter into gold, basically. Ended up being them, oh, well, I can't do that, but I figured out how to do this,
Okay.
and you just
Yeah.
accumulate knowledge and, it became chemistry. Now I don't know if there's still alchemists out there trying to make gold, but initially that's what started it, or so the legends say. My sixth grade chemistry teacher told me that, and that's like the one thing that stuck, and how mass works compared to weight. I grasped that pretty quickly, but I don't know why, but I did.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, Den of Secrets.
That's what it says. I mean, I'm looking right
Hey,
now.
what's that? Alchemy?
The medieval forerunner of chemistry.
You have the gall to Google me while I'm still here.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Fact checking. Fact checking.
And I'm
Thank
right though.
you. Thank you.
I'm
Say
behind the
no,
scenes
but
Thank
fact
say,
you.
checker.
say, hey,
I'm
but
fact checking.
was I right though? But was I right?
I'm giving you props. I'm giving you your
So
due
I
right
feel
now,
like that
based on
I should be
supposed transformation of matter. It was
so I should be
concerned.
able to say whatever for at least the next 10 minutes, and you're not allowed to fact check me because I'm just saying I should get a free reign for that.
Dad,
I mean, you
What?
think so?
Yeah, I
think
do.
so?
I
you
do.
I'm just saying I wouldn't want you putting out like fake stuff out there for the people.
Hey,
yeah, thank
I
you.
just,
Because
Saying.
that was a pretty crazy statement. I just didn't know. I
hey
literally was
man,
asking an honest question.
hey, what Tyrion Lannister say? I drink and I know shit. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I drink and I know shit.
I
I'm just
drink and I
saying.
know things.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, man.
What I do.
Just saying. I'm gonna have a T-shirt next week that says alchemy on it. I'm just gonna just sit here, have my little cap. Just saying, I feel pretty good right now. Feeling pretty good. I'm validated for the last 10
And I
things.
guarantee after we're done recording, you're gonna turn on that TV next to you on YouTube and look up Alchemy 101 or History of Alchemy.
But it doesn't even
Now you're
matter
just gonna
because I already know it.
Uh,
It doesn't even
but you're gonna be talking about, fun fact.
Fun fact.
Like,
So what?
like you knew it all the time. I'm like, I know you just watched that video.
Wait, well, I knew enough just now. That's all that matters.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Chamber of Secrets was the second one. Then Goblet of Fire.
Prisoner of Azkaban after that.
Okay, so then it was it. So your mom bought me the first three.
Yeah.
And then then Goblet was in hardcover, hardback, or whatever you want to put it. And yeah, and I bought it, and it was just, yeah, Harry Potter took over my life. And to this day, it's one of my favorite series of books and movies. Like, how far are you into the movies?
I've seen them all. But now watching with CG, we're up to Deathly Hollows Part 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're almost over. It's almost over. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we kick off of this, that's what we're gonna do.
Look,
Get after it.
my favorite battle all time is, I think I've told you this 10 times, is when they're fighting Voldemort in the Ministry of Magic, and then Dumbledore comes through.
Dumbledore shows up
because he's trying to keep Harry safe, and he's fighting Voldemort at the same time.
Mhm.
Oh, he's such a beast. Such a beast.
Dumbledore's he's a bad dude.
Yeah, because Voldemort does the big ball of fire and all that shit, and thinking he's the shit, and then Dumbledore just fucking, and he was just like, fuck. I was like, yeah, man, he's a beast. Dumbledore's a beast. Yeah, man. Yeah. But did you hear the fan theory that that Sirius is Harry's dad? Because
say that again.
There's like a fan theory that Sirius is actually Harry's dad. Yeah. Yeah, because I forget the reasons, but it makes sense when you see it. Because they were like, you have your mother's eyes, but her mom, I think Harry's mom's eyes were actually a different color. like something real basic. His mom's eyes were a different color.
But they always say he looks just like James.
But
but then people always say you got your mother's eyes.
You have your mother's eyes, yeah. So it's just, I don't know. You got it's out there somewhere. Like, I can't remember all the details. It's just funny. But and like how there was another reason, but I can't remember now. But I will watch the reboot just to see. Like, you're watching Percy Jackson, right?
I just started watching the first couple episodes.
You're watching it.
I watched the first couple episodes. It's solid.
Yeah.
It's decent.
Did it look like did they spend any money on it? Does it look all right?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm only 2 episodes in, but so it's really not even, it's like really just getting started, but
yeah,
it's decent.
Yeah, I still want to check that out.
Yeah.
But you need to find time for that, because that's like your wheelhouse.
That was my thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, it's one of them little short, like 30-minute episodes, so it's not
Oh,
like
really?
Oh,
it's short
okay.
episodes.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, they're
okay.
Okay.
not long
Yeah,
episodes.
cool. I talked to
Hmm.
my homie Ryan. He is watching Echo.
I was going to
On
ask you guys, is that any good? Have you watched it?
They're not
I
started,
I
no.
didn't start it. Ryan said it's good. And I said, "Is it Netflix Marvel good?" And he said, "Nah, it's not that good, but it's good." He said it's gritty, you know, because that's what I miss. I miss like Daredevil season one. I miss that, Punisher.
Yeah.
I miss that stuff. Luke Cage, first half of season one,
Because
all
that's
that.
based off of what it's like. She's like Kingpin's daughter or something like that, and is she blind or something like that?
She's deaf and she has a prosthetic leg as well, I think.
Leg, yeah.
Okay,
And
yeah,
he raised her to be an assassin. He
okay.
raised her like his daughter, and he raised her to be an assassin. I mean, it's
Hmm.
it's totally different from her comic book origin. So I kind of want to see what they do with the show.
Hmm.
But it's only what, like six episodes
That's
though, right?
short, yeah.
Yeah, they did the
And it's
whole
all
bump,
out. Yeah, it's all out.
which they never do. So I don't know if they lost faith in it or what happened. But it's been an interesting year for Marvel. An interesting year.
Yeah, speaking of that, they got, by the end of the year 2023, they were number 2 for studios and box office. They've been
Really?
bullying number 1 by a large margin for years.
Yeah.
Number 1
Yeah.
was Universal.
With That's because of Top Gun.
No, that
And
that
no.
Top Gun was 2022.
Oh. Oh.
Universal had Mario Bros. And something else.
Oh, that's right. They have
Yeah.
Barbie too? No.
No, that's Warner Bros.
Just more. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Universal was Mario. I forget what else, but
Yeah,
yeah,
Mario's
they
one
were
of your
they became number 1. Well, Mario Bros was the second highest grossing movie, but of the year. Oh, it was Oppenheimer, Mario
oh.
Bros, Five Nights at Freddy's. That was
Oh, that
that
was
was
their,
their
yeah.
heavy hitters
Yep. Yep.
of this year.
That's wild. So they bumped Marvel. Well, they bumped Disney out of the top.
Yeah, yeah, it's a number 2.
Well, Disney itself has been struggling. I mean, I heard that Elementals movie is actually good, but like nobody went to see it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Elemental's cool.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah, we watched that.
Okay. At
Yeah,
home?
Elemental's cool. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
See,
we
I
watched
wanted to
Elemental.
see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think just Disney, like especially with like their regular like family movies, is just it's just taking a hit for whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we could probably guess to the different reasons, but like Wish, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Wish
Wish I
came and
thought was
went.
gonna do half decent because they tried to get, you know what I mean? Even the stuff where they're just trying to get back to like traditional family type
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
people are just like punching holes at.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy.
So
Well, they got, I know In and Out two's coming. Inside
Inside
Out.
Out.
Inside Out,
Inside Out.
yeah, and that was
Yeah.
a good movie.
That
Shoo.
was
Yeah, it
good. That
was.
was good.
Good
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah. So, I mean,
but yeah, Elemental's cool.
yeah.
That's cool. It's a cool flick,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
in this era of like, what Shakespeare, there's so many what themes, Julius, like stories that you can tell, really. And I
Yeah,
don't know.
everything comes from Shakespeare. That's what
Yeah.
they
So
say.
so you only can tell so many versions of the same story,
Hmm.
And well, now that we have access to all of them all the time, how do you give somebody something fresh? Like even like Saltburn. I told you, like as soon as I got to a certain point in Saltburn, I was like, oh, I've seen this before, you
Hmm.
know. And actually, what's funny is there's literally a YouTube comparison of the movie I was telling you about. It's comparing Saltburn and the talented Mr. Ripley, and I'm like, that's funny.
Hmm.
I'm like, that's funny because that's what it is. So, but you know, so there's that. But that's really all I got. I'm yeah,
Yeah, we talked about a lot today.
yeah, we did,
About wide range of stuff too.
we did.
So
So I guess for the people, real quick, what's good, bruh? What's good? You gotta give me a what's good, what's bad, what's good.
What's good?
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle. Yeah, I'm like, don't knock T-Trap. Don't knock T-Trap. Nah, man,
Yeah.
Blue Beetle was cool. Don't keep knocking
Yep.
my I won't say it's my flick, but it's a decent flick.
I'll
A
check it
decent
out.
flick. But nah, nothing, man. I'm like literally, I'm sitting here thinking of like, what do I actually watch on TV? And I don't watch anything new. Like like when I go to bed at night, this is what I put on. It's terrible. Well, it's not terrible because I like it. Expedition Unknown.
Oh, I've heard of that.
That's my show.
Okay.
That's my show. It's been on it's like on like season 12.
Oh
Wow.
And
wow.
I think I've literally seen almost every single episode because I watch it on demand.
Mm-hmm.
Now Cairo watches it with me. Katie watches it with me.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The boy king.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm
that's what I
surprised.
watch, man.
I'm surprised he didn't make a cameo while you were down here. But
Yeah, he popped in.
did
Katie
he?
popped in. Yeah, they rolled. They rolled. But that's it, though,
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. Just like I said, moving and grooving, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
What,
what
what's
we do.
bad? What's
That's what we
bad?
do. Nothing, man. Everything's
Nothing.
good.
Everything's good. I'll take
Yep.
that. I'll take that. Yeah.
Like a saying I've come across says, it is what it is, but it'll be what it's gonna be.
Yeah. So make it do what it do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Which
Yeah.
means a whole lot. I don't even know, but
Right. Hey,
you
I don't
know,
know. And
yep.
I meant to text you back when you were having a debate with a conversation with Siege about the buffalo chicken dip. I meant to text you back. She should ask them if they what they know about the barbecue bourbon weenies.
Yeah.
See where they're at with that. See if they've had that.
Now listen, let me ask a question though. When you do those, do you do cut up hot dogs or you do little smokies?
I've only had them little smoke. No, I've had
Oh,
both. I have had both, but I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't really mess with that much. I
really?
really, yeah, like
Oh.
that's like I'm funny about barbecue, but I have had them.
Right, right.
But like Reese makes them with little smokies, Dave's
Yeah.
wife, and they're good. But yeah, but that's I guess you got to be black adjacent to have that. Is the smart is the barbecue bourbon?
A little.
Yeah.
But they
So
just
that's
gotta be
like
cooked. It gotta be a nice
yeah,
little tasty, syrupy type stuff
yeah,
going
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. You gotta let them
You
simmer
know?
for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they gotta cook
yeah,
down real proper.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And like baked beans with the ground meat, things like that. See what people
Yes.
know. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes,
Uh,
yes.
uh, yes, sir. All right. Well, buddy, what's good? What's good, bud?
Oh, what's good? I don't know. Playoff Steelers playoff chances. We'll keep our
Mm,
hopes high.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's
I was looking
bad?
forward to them playing tomorrow, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
really was. I'm like, that's the best
Cool
shot. Like
sight.
we got a great shot in some bad weather because we could run. Now they
Yeah.
pushed it back. Weather's gonna be a little bit better. We'll
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
see. I'll still take our chances.
Yeah. I mean, it's a whole new season come playoff time. That much I do know.
Hey, they made a new here we go
Did
for this
they?
playoff season. Yeah.
Did
Oh,
they?
okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What? How's it go?
Mm-hmm. That
Give me a
might have
little.
to be intro music. Might have to be the intro
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call. Good
Oh
call.
man.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
find it. I'll find it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
send it to you.
Please.
I'm gonna send
Yeah.
it to you.
Thanks.
We
Thank
need
you.
that. Yeah. Here we go. Oh my
Yeah, that's
gosh.
Mm-hmm.
classic. I feel like we ain't heard
Getting
that in
me
so
hype.
long.
No.
Yeah.
We get 3 points from Johnson. So wow. Wait. Oh
Yeah,
man. Man.
yeah.
But I also yeah. And there's no anime corner this week because
Dad, we're wrapped up. We're
I know
wrapped
we're
up.
wrapped. We're wrapped.
Dad.
All right. Well,
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
Well, hey. All right. Well, if you're stopping to bump, hey, bro, if you bump into Simony Cricket out there, tell her, maybe next week we'll have time to answer her question.
Yeah, where's she at?
Where's she at? If she keeps bullshitting. All you need is a microphone and a laptop, girl. Um, and yeah. Thank you for listening, everyone. Until
Yeah.
then, he's Son.
And he's Pops.
And that's the Cheddar Bug, aka give me one of your aliases.
Huh?
Johnny Tyler.
That boy Johnny Tyler here.
Yeah, my
Go
brother.
battle axe upstairs.
Thank you for spending the evening with us, bro. It's
Yeah,
great.
I
thank you.
appreciate you,
Thank you.
fellas. Appreciate you.
Yeah. All right. Well, peace,
All right,
everybody.
fellas.
Thanks for listening.